Yeah, I think maybe that's fine, yeah, but they have more. Every day. Now, I'm working on everything. I'm not gonna do it lighter though, but last. And I probably spent. But I am. And I. All the way down.
My wife just.
So glad you're here. All right.
You're doing stuff?
I'm in the front row.
I'm trying to. I thought that I was definitely going to find my way to the back. He's been lying to. I'm getting my stuff.
Anywhere you want.
Okay. What's your name?
Okay. I lost my remote. That's hilarious. Grab it for me. Thank you. I like everything. Okay, graduates, when you speak, we're gonna stand right here, okay? Come on in, graduates in the front row. Graduates in the front row. Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna. Yeah. No. Thank you.
There's plenty of seats, come sit, come on, there's plenty of seats, please have a seat. Come on, come sit. Don't be afraid to take mine. All right, well, welcome everybody to the Leadership Academy graduation. Let's see here, Randall, somebody, EBs, can I make you a co-host so you can admit people? We have a lot of, I'm gonna make,
yeah, of course.
Denise a co-host also, so you can admit people, because we are live streaming on Facebook right now. And I am so thankful that you're here. Welcome to the Leadership Academy graduation and celebration and reunion. We have many people who are here from past classes, as well as at a distance. We've had people who moved away and they are joining us on the live stream and on the Zoom. But more than anything, we're here to celebrate all of you tonight. Leadership is one of those really interesting things, right? Leadership can cause a company, a country, an organization to succeed or to fail. Think about all the things that are going on in the world right now. Think about the lack of leadership in a lot of places in the world right now and what's happening as a result. Leaders matter, and leaders are people who influence other people in a positive way. So that is all a leader does. Sorry, the technology is catching up with me. So my name is Gabrielle for anyone who doesn't know. And I'm the founder of the Leadership Academy. It was a 10-year dream. It is a year-long program that includes curriculum assessments, evaluation, and we have all levels of leaders in the program. So a leader is simply somebody who influences other people in a positive way. They do not need to be in a position of leadership to be a leader. We have had participants ranging in age from 20 to 78. Our eldest passed away last year, unfortunately, Barbara Ann Cox, we lost her. But it's a mix of CEOs, entrepreneurs, people working in government, education, the private sector, and nonprofit organizations. We love the diversity of everybody who has been through this program. And this class today is really an example of how diverse it is. I want to invite up first Amber Tynan, who is a 2014 graduate and leader of the year. We stopped doing leader of the year during the pandemic, and we kept it stopped because the classes have voted to not, because we keep it smaller now. But Amber, I'd like to invite you up to say a few words about the Leadership Academy and your experience. Yeah.
You talked to Gabrielle. So I'm Amber Tynan. I wish I still looked like that. I'm very tired, a little bit more involved, dark circles. But I knew Gabrielle years before Leadership Academy became a dream, and she started it, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. I was had just transitioned out of a career with the private sector and wanted to do something to really make a name for myself. And I said, I think this would be really incredible if I had the chance to not only be among other leaders in our community, but really get the chance to hone in on what I know I'm capable of. So little did I know, a group, I think we had 5. I was like, no, I don't know what this is gonna be like. It was powerful. I talked to almost everyone except for Barbara Ann, still to this day. And what it taught me was that we are all capable of anything and everything we put our minds to, right? Yeah. No day's gonna be easy, but as long as we utilize the skills that we have and put our best intent forward, we can be the best version of ourselves, not only for those that we encounter, but also for our families and anybody that we encounter. So I'm indebted entirely to Gabrielle for just making me a better leader. I think, seeing what me and my team have been able to create the last 5 years of where I am now at UPHS is really the shared leadership model. And something that I believe wholeheartedly in. It's not about me, it's about us and the team and how we can make this world and this community a better place. So congratulations to all of you, and looking forward to what you do in your next steps after graduation tonight. Especially you, Justin.
Thank you, Amber. And truly, when Amber said that it's not just about your career, Amber's whole life really evolved through the Leadership Academy, personally and professionally. And the team she's built at UPHS is phenomenal, right? So, yes. Next, I'd like to invite Tracy Bensley. Tracy was leader of the year in 2017, and I actually use him as an example all the time when I speak about leadership. And what I say is that great leaders go first. And so when a leader sends themselves through a program like this first, that speaks volumes to how much they know that they need to grow themselves first in order for their team to grow. And Tracy sent incredible people every year since then. Dewey is this year. Every year we love having people from Talquin, and Talquin is certainly a leader in the community, and it's thanks to Tracy's leadership. So come on up, Tracy. Yay.
Thanks, Gabrielle. I appreciate that. You and Amber said pretty much everything there is to say. So I'm just going to say congratulations. I do want to say congratulations. So I know for me in 2016, I was looking for some good leadership training, good leadership guidance, because it is hard to find good training programs. Gabrielle, you offer up a program that is far different. I have done a lot of different leadership trainings and programs, and this one is a lot different. In particular, when we hit emotional intelligence, right? And so emotional intelligence, when you start going through that, you really learn about leading. I think I know that was a very impactful for me to understand that if you're going to lead people, you have to know where they're at, right? It's hard to lead somebody if you don't know where they're at. The other thing I would say, just going beyond Gabrielle's program, because I've spent a lot of time in leadership positions, is you need to lead from your position of values, from what you believe in, from your character. If you start letting other people's values determine your leadership, you will not lead. You will be following. So always know what your convictions are, know what your values are, lead from those positions. And I'm very proud of Dewey. Dewey is so 17. Sonia and I were trying to remember what year it was. It was 2017. Yeah. So 17, 18, 19, 20. So I think Dewey is probably our seventh. Yeah. And every one of them have loved the program. It's been a great program, and every one of them has talked about the great experience and the growing that comes from being in this program. So thank you, Gabrielle.
Thank you, Tracy. Let's see.
Her connection failed.
Oh, what happened?
Her connection failed and she had to rejoin, but she's in the waiting room.
Oh, can someone let her in? I did make some co-hosts. Let me see here. Thank you for telling me. Carla, can I make you a co-host? Can I make other people co-hosts to let people in? All right, let's see. I'm making everybody co-host. So you please just let people in. Let people in, okay?
We'll
Sorry,
help out.
thank you.
So, yes, and Randall, nice to see you. We do have people who are all dispersed.
Hey, Gabrielle.
Moved away from the area as well. So we have so many cool people who are here, and we thank you for being here. I am at this point going to introduce Lauren Molinak. You know, let me just say something. Lauren graduated last year, and she stayed plugged in as a mentor for Madhu this year. And we have co-mentoring now. So there's not, but when you all were in the program, everyone had a mentor and a mentee. Now we do co-mentoring. So everybody's a mentor and a mentee to the same person. So I really think it's a good model. When you talk about growing from a leadership standpoint, it's not just professional. In fact, often it's the personal that matters most. And Lauren has a story to tell. And Lauren is, let me just share, Lauren is a human trafficking survivor. And she's a healing musician. and Lauren grew a lot in the program and she's just doing amazing things. I wanted her to sing a song that she wrote that is really about the experience of surviving human trafficking. And if you want to say just a couple of words before then, come on up and share. And let's give Lauren a round of applause for being here.
I got my guitar as well.
Awesome.
All right. So, yeah, I did the leadership forum the leadership class last year, and I was really frustrated with myself. About halfway through, I was just like so mad because I thought I would be so much further than where I was. And I was like, am I like just not putting enough into this? And I realized that you have to be in a place where you're ready to take the next steps forward. And before I was just I used to be so timid. I used to just not share how I felt. And I realized I was holding a lot of people back. So even though like, if you do choose to go through the leadership forum, keep on saying that, it must be a forum. But yeah, don't give up on yourself. You know, you could change like 1 month in, or you could change like 12 months in. So you don't know, but I want to congratulate you on. I've been able to join the class a few times and it's been such a blessing to me, you know. But something about I've been writing this really difficult song for me because of like what I've gone through. And I've dealt with a lot of like mental health problems resulting from the complex PTSD that I've faced. And I feel like my calling is to help people who are in a place where they just need something. And I feel like music is so powerful and I've seen so many miracles and I want to share that with people. So the song that I'm about to perform, it's very close to my heart. I haven't really shared it with many people. I'm not ready to, and when I'm ready, I will be releasing it. And I really have high hopes that, you know, people will feel what I'm feeling and how I can get myself out of it and help other people get it out of it. So, but yeah, this song is called Innocent. And there's a lot of play on words about like me being like a criminal, but I've been innocent all along kind of deal. So this is part of my healing journey. And so, yeah, here's Innocent. I tasted I on alibi. I I with this cry. There is me to you be Jesus. Knock me in, knock me out. I don't care if all this downside. In no sleep.
Wow. Thank you, Lauren. And I know you're gonna be ready to release that song really soon. I feel with all my heart that when you release that song, you're gonna release everything that's inside of you, everything that's inside of you. So anyway, yeah, the Leadership Academy changes lives for so many reasons. So we know that this is a process. I say all the time, trust the process. Growth, leadership, you have to trust the process. So in the phases of leadership growth, in the very beginning, we talked a little bit about this today in our Leadership Academy session. You don't know what you don't know. You think you're okay. A lot of times we go through the motions of life, we have no idea that we have a lot to learn. Phase 2, you know that you need to know. Phase 3, you know what you don't know, and that's when really powerful things start happening. Phase 4, I know and grow, and it starts to show. Phase 5, I simply go because of what I know. And many of the people in this room who are graduates of the Leadership Academy, I know you're in phase 5 now. It's awesome. So thank you. We look at leadership systematically in this program. And so I want to share with you really briefly some of the things that we've gone through: servant leadership, managing time, priorities, change, and stress. Returning leaders had systematic leadership for success. April, we had mentoring, coaching, motivating, and positively manipulating difficult people, because most of us have difficult people in our lives. May, it was all about next level communication, connecting with people, and so many people have implemented things from that session. June was networking. July was marketing and branding yourself. Many people in this Leadership Academy really needed to work on themselves more and selling themselves. Returning leaders had innovation solutions to problem solving leadership challenges. We even used some AI and ChatGPT in that session. August was 15 laws of personal growth, follow them and reach your potential. September, and this is one of the sessions when Lauren, because we always invite graduates to sit in, was developing creativity and applied imagination to problem solving. October was mastering negotiation and buy-in. Returning leaders had how to lead in difficult times. And then we had November, which was leading your life to achieve your passion, your purpose, and potential. And here we are with December's graduation. I just want to say that I am so impressed with everybody who's been through this program. Leaders help leaders. This is an example of something that we come together and we help each other when a nonprofit organization like this was for, who was this for, Amber? Girls on the Run of the Big Bend, and we got to dress as, we were amazing. Yes. Right now, I'd like to introduce you to our graduates, and they're all going to say some words. We're going to start with Christina. Christina is phenomenal. You've probably seen her all over the place. And that was one of her goals this year, was to get out there more. And she is killing it. She is the head of her own company, and it is an amazing company doing great things all around the world, really. So come on up, Christina.
Good evening, everyone. So thank you for being here and sharing this moment with us. I really appreciate it. So I'm Christina Lynch. I'm the CEO of Trident Consulting. And when I decided to be part of this program, I was very insecure on where I was. I was leaving my corporate career, managing some difficult processes and difficult things. And I wasn't sure if I was able to fulfill this decision that I had already made on a whim. So I really appreciated Dr. Gabrielle connecting with me and knowing that she's going to hold me accountable. And what I would say I gained most out of it is connecting with my cohorts and really learning from each one of them. So, collaborating, finding opportunities for us to work together, negotiations got a little nasty. I'm not gonna lie, me and my dude, we were like, and Gabrielle was like, y'all, it's fine. But, what I learned is he's a better negotiator than I am. And I wasn't gonna let it go. But that really helped me because that's a weakness that I have is, that compassion coming through, which is great at times, but it's not great when you're talking about a financial situation. Stephanie is just eloquent with the words. So learning, and there's many times when you're speaking and I was over here like secretly writing down like, oh, that's a great phrase. She said, what? I was like, oh, that's going on the website. So knowing that, you inspire through not just the singing voice that she has, but also because of how you communicate. Master strategist over here. I help others with their strategies, but for the life of me can't help myself because of all the things that go through my mind. And so Phyllis was able to be part of a very intimate and close meeting that I had with my staff and provide clarity that, I wouldn't have come up together simply because I'm so far in it. And then Dewey is really the definition of resilience, compassion, and love, and showing that, I could be a little more patient in many other situations and still being committed to the things that he has. So that has been great for me. And then also the impact of when I was speaking and I'm trying to get out there and Dr. Gabrielle is holding me to my words, popping up when I'm not expecting her to. And then I was like, session's canceled. I was like, you can go to another workshop. You don't have to be at this one. And she's like, I'm here. And she's like, sat down and looked at me like, are you gonna get started? So the topics helped me in a way that I don't think it can be offered anywhere else in this community. And that's not just speaking about it, but giving us the opportunity to really learn and live it, and then holding us accountable and going beyond this space here and meeting us where we are in the community and how we are impacting those folks that we work with in our own element. So for that, I am so appreciative for the work that you have done, even when I'm trying to, just talk my way out of something and you're like, not good enough. I've done that before. Let's really talk about it. So that holding me accountable to the things, learning new things, solidifying things that I may have already known, but giving me the confidence to push through and persevere. So with that, thank you again for being here. And I am so grateful for your short attention with me. Short time.
Thank you, congratulations. All right, Dewey. Huh? Aw.
I might have to read it. Good evening, everyone. 3 minutes is a long time. My first speech in over 30 years. So my wife may be reconsidering how long we put him in timeout. This won't take long, I promise. Most of you know I've been in the field for 30 plus years doing water construction. The past year, I transitioned into a supervisor position, which came with many new firsts, like an office with air conditioning. I've also shared with the academy about my wife being diagnosed with a life-threatening illness called Guillain-Barré syndrome. It's a rare disorder where the body's immune system attacks the nervous system. In the beginning, she had to have 24-hour care on top of physical therapy coming a few times a week. She had to learn how to walk, use motor skills, even brush her teeth was difficult. She is here tonight, walking on her own, working full-time and being an awesome mom. We also have an 8-year-old son who has the hardest math homework in the world. A 13-year-old dog, 60-gallon fish tank, and 7 chickens. Life was real busy before she got sick. But overnight, my entire life changed and I was forced out of my comfort zone. I learned a lot. The same thing can be said about my experience with the Leadership Academy. I'm a shy person and was forced out of my comfort zone here, which allowed for opportunities, growth, and education. Every time my father-in-law tells my wife, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, you can't talk and listen at the same time, I laugh violently. Sorry. But how true is that statement? Speaking of listening, the topic of communication really stuck with me this year, both professionally and personally. Whether it's being mindful of nonverbal communications we give with our body, our language, facial expressions, or even giving feedback to other employees. The skills I've learned will help me communicate effectively with all types of people in my life. One of my first situations to resolve in the workplace had to do with an employee that would just not stay in their own lane, to put it nicely. During this time, I referred to the CALM model of conflict resolution. Using this tool, we learned to clarify the issue, address the problem, and listen to their side is very helpful. There are many things I enjoyed about the Leadership Academy, especially that the people I got to meet here. Thank you, Dr. Gabrielle, for your time and effort in your delicious lunches you prepared for us. And it was a pleasure to meet every one of you. I wish everyone the best.
Thank you, Dewey.
He's gonna be boring after his. Just gonna read mine too. Good evening, everybody. I am Dr. Phyllis Acton. I am the co-founder of Pinnacle Performance Consulting. It provides me the coaching, training, and strategy planning. This year has been challenges for sure, and especially for me. I lost two major things in my life, but completing it with a significant achievement like graduating from this program, plus having the most remarkable classmates that I could have wished for is a great indicator that 2024 is gonna rock. When Dr. Gabrielle told us that we have to give 5-minute speech, I start thinking about it, and God knows I procrastinating to the last. What am I gonna say? How I can really share my experience? And I'm an instructional designer. We train people, we teach people how to do their job or teach their skills. So I thought to myself, what is the best way to present this will be a good, then I settled on to explain the impact of this most effective learning and development opportunity, giving two specific examples. The first one talks about the feedback. I was working for the Department of Children and Families. I was a leader for their learning and development team. I had this great instructional designer that she was great as an instructional designer, and she was gifted, honestly. And I needed to give her a feedback, but she had her PTSD from her supervisor. I was very hesitant. I really didn't want to upset her. I was withholding my feedback, but I shared that with Dr. Gabrielle. And then she explained it to me and the entire classroom, the transformative nature of giving feedback as a gift. And then she also taught us the BEER model, behavior, effect, expectations, and then the results. I use that model. Of course, I practiced on my husband for a while. And we get into the session when I use the model, when I talk to her about, gave her feedback with the model. That was one of the very impactful moments in my life as a leader, because first, she didn't know what she didn't know. Second of all, it gave her space and created awareness for her to be able to really learn about herself and then pay attention moving forward. I don't know how we got from using BEER model. At the end of the session, we were hugging and crying because we're just so got vulnerable. The second example, I want to talk about the power of communication. I really believe that everybody in this team learned how to clearly and concisely communicate with not just with our direct reports, but our upper levels, our colleagues, everybody, our peers. And that was a really eye-opening moment for me, because I knew that I was struggling in that a lot. Overall, I'm so grateful for everybody in this classroom that helped me to learn better, get better. And Dr. Gabrielle, there's nothing I can tell you. You were always there. Thank you.
Well, good evening. So if you've ever been in a program here, you know that I didn't have to do this speech. I get it. So when I first found out about this program, I was actually looking to get into a leadership program at the wonderful advice of my supervisor and executive director, LaShawn Gordon and Amber R. Hyman, I applied for one, and at that particular moment, they weren't accepting new candidates at that time. But Amber sent me an email saying, hey, Dr. Gabrielle's program is looking for new students. Can you put this in the newsletter? And I looked at it and I thought about it for a second and I was like, I need to get in this program. So I walked over to her office and I said, hey, I'm interested in this program, seeing the message you just sent out, put it in the newsletter, yes. But I'm also interested in becoming a part of this program. And from there, our journey started. My first coaching session with Dr. Gabrielle, I was very nervous. Just because I had to become vulnerable about my experiences and what I wanted to do. And it was very hard. So coming out of college, you're in these wonderful leadership positions, and then you start as a working professional from ground zero. So now it's finding your lane. How do you not, find places that are already overcompensated or already taken over by other subject matter experts? And how do you truly start to build legacy for yourself throughout your entity or throughout your sector that you're working in? From that point, our Leadership Academy classes started, and I shifted my mindset from really being reactive to proactive. And that was the biggest thing. I think that was a huge help to me, especially coming out of undergrad, because you're so proactive and then you get the degree and you're like, what's next? What should I do? Where am I going? So to really shift back and flip the switch back onto that proactive mentality, it really helped me move forward and get somewhere. Discussing time management is still a barrier of mine at times, but it's a growing barrier. And I think that was the biggest thing working in this cohort, working in this program is you're not perfect, but you're working towards progression, right? Perfection isn't the goal, it's always progression. That's one of the biggest things that I learned through this program during this time, and developing a mindset to let go and not take the load all the time on your grind or at your job or in your personal life even. And being able to delegate tasks, do things, and really have a proactive mindset to developing a system that works for you best. And I think those are the biggest things that helped me the most. Working with this cohort and being motivated by each of them was also like an added benefit to being in this program as well. So to each of you, I hope we continue to stay in contact. You all have become not only wonderful colleagues, but friends. And I can't wait to see each of you develop 2024 and beyond as we continue this journey called life together. To Dr. Gabrielle, thank you for taking a chance on me. It's tough putting yourself out there or looking for opportunities to do things like this and really become vulnerable, not only with others that you've never met before, never seen until that moment, but becoming vulnerable with yourself and really having that intrinsic mindset to say, what can I do better? What do I need to focus on? What do I need to work on to become better? And this program has shown a light in me to not only take the torch and run with it, but knowing that I have a community of people like you all here today, as returning leaders as well. Having you all come back here today for us shows the huge benefit that you believe in the program and believe in the things that we're being taught here. So legacy is my biggest thing, and I want to continue to do that. And in any way, if I can come back as a returning leader and offer advice to the next group that comes behind us, and sharing this benefit, I would. But thank you all. Thank you for the opportunity, and thank you to my cohort classmates again for just being the best of it.
Hello everyone, I'm so nervous now. So coming to the history of me, it's like I'm looking for a program where I want to develop my personality. I have my goal of establishing my own firm, but I was not able to do it because people come as a partners and go off, and I'm not able to do organization structures and everything. Organized, then I was looking for the leadership program basically, and I never found one which is like so strategic, which actually tells me what I'm deficient at. When I meet Gabrielle and we have a coach, I understood that I'm behaving like a nerd, but not a nerd. Then I was like, okay, it is all about dealing with the people where you get to the next level of your life. And it also gives pleasure. I never found that it gives immense pleasure helping people and giving people out, sharing our ideals and attitudes. I came with a different ideal, different mentality. I'm so inferior, and I'm like myself, but it brought me some leadership skills out of me, and I also able to communicate. I have conflicts this year, dynamism this year. I told I can't do business with you directly on the station, but those are all things might have not happened I have not joined this journey. The one thing that I liked is, especially the emotional intelligence part, where I was not happy when I was joining the program. I have a lot of load, work. I have a company, I have a family. Everything is different. I can able to pull it together, and especially dealing with the difficult people at workplace, because we have work and as well as my company running on the parallel side. So I have to deal with both of them. And I was like not getting myself time. And also she also encouraged me to deal my personality and my exercise lifestyle, being a scuba diving instructor for myself. That's how we came to know. And I'm glad that I came to know from Lauren when we are actually discussing about my problems. Then she told this might be the right program for you. Then I joined this program, and now I have like a good firm which is making a really good start well, and I also have my job taken care of, and I'm basically happy for now. And I know this is a journey, and I'm really grateful, Dr. Gabrielle, for being this start of this journey as a mentor and coach. And she also invested a lot of time. I know I'm late all the time. Then I have my own deficiencies. She actually forgive me, and she actually been there for me at my worst times during this year. And also, I learned a lot from my cohorts, because they are all different. I don't understand any of them. But we get really along, and we are doing the classes, because we learn a lot, being from CEOs to normal jobs, whatever it is. We are in the this group especially is a great group which I found in my life of all my education, because it is developing a next stage of leadership for myself. I don't know how to. Okay. I'm excited to see. I already see them growing as leaders. I already see them being successful, because when we met, we are not talking. But on first two sessions, I guess we don't know each other, but we know everyone's idols now, their belief system, their goals, where they are leading and they are going. That is really good. I appreciate Dr. Gabrielle being for us, and also tell all the best for your futures. And I really want to know your stories.
So last but not least, hopefully, my name is Stephanie Eller Vaughn, and I'll just give you a little bit about my background. I always identify first as a singer. My background is in classical music, and I had every intention of singing on the stage at the Met. Well, that changed after participating in an opera company for a short while, and I segued into arts management, where I developed a deep love of nonprofit administration. I've also taught at FSU as an adjunct, worked as a community volunteer, but most recently, I've been a stay-at-home mom for 15 years. And so trying to transition back into the workforce was something I didn't anticipate having any difficulty with. Well, that was a surprise. So I actually had coaching sessions with Dr. Gabrielle, and she helped me find a position that was exactly what I wanted. I am currently serving as the Research and Evaluation Manager at the Children's Services Council here in Leon County. And it's a job I love. It challenges me. I've learned a great deal. But I want to tell you one little story. The first day of our class, we were given some ground rules, respect each other, the basic stuff. But also, if your electronic stuff goes off, you're going to sing. Okay, well, for singers, that's no big deal. We don't mind that. We love to perform. But what's really embarrassing is not knowing how to turn your technology on. And so, having been a stay-at-home mom for 15 years, I did not know how to silence my phone properly. And so, of course, don't you know, the first day of class, I had to sing. But anyway, I'd like to just speak just a brief amount about what I have learned from being in this program. I think that what comes to mind is Maxwell's law of awareness for me, and that's learning your purpose in life, and then planning and strategizing your skill building and your credentials, what credentials you want to earn in order to achieve your purpose in life. And that's been a new one. I've had to rethink what is my purpose in life, because for so long it was to be a mom. So I've taken away not only that, but so many little nuggets. Like I shared earlier today, I now have a little post-it on my computer monitor that says, I don't have to, I get to. And I'm reminded of that daily. And I have some mantras that I have printed and put on my bulletin board at work that reminds me of the things that I have to do each day in order to achieve my long-term goal, which is ultimately to hopefully finish my PhD, which I took a very long break from doing. And Dr. Gabrielle, who has been almost like a dog with a bone with me. I'm trying to figure out a way to make that happen again. And I think that we're on the track for something that where that might work out. But I want to conclude by saying thank you all for allowing me to be a small part of your lives. And I hope that we can continue to be a part of one another's lives. Dewey, I'd like to say thank you for helping us keep it real, and for showing us the complexity of how our water system works. And how appreciative we now are that we have clean water in our home every day. And that's a very big job, and we really appreciate the work that you do. Justin, thank you for inspiring us with your old soul wisdom, your approachability, and for showing us what it's like to feel like to have the world at your feet. Remind us of what that's like. Christina, thank you for enlightening and encouraging us by demonstrating what it takes to become a successful woman entrepreneur and to not break a sweat. It's truly amazing. Phyllis, thank you for sharing your professional and your personal struggles with us and showing us how to smile in the face of adversity. You truly define resilience. Madhu, I think you are absolutely a font of amazing knowledge when it comes to technology and data and work ethic. But I think that your compassion and your kindness of spirit transcends even your vast knowledge. So thank you. And finally, Dr. Gabrielle. Everybody knows I cry, so I apologize in advance. Thank you for your genuine interest and unselfish willingness to help others grow, and your ability to maintain a positive outlook despite your personal struggles. And I think I speak for all of us in saying that we are just tremendously grateful. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Now I'm crying, thank you. Wow, so you all are just amazing, truly amazing. You see in these 6 professionals so much diversity, so much adversity overcome, so much grace, so much resilience, so much professionalism, so much compassion, so much leadership. Again, leaders are just people who positively influence other people. And right here is just such a beautiful class of people who I know are going to stay in touch and continue to impact other people. So thank you for trusting me on your journey. And you know that this is not the end of your journey with me, right? You know that I'm cheering for you. You're going to get your PhD. Yeah. You're going to be like Dr. Lori Livingston, who is a graduate of our program. And I was just the same way with her. And I'm like, you're going to do this. And you know what? She did it. And we are celebrating her, and we're going to celebrate you. Okay. So, yeah. All of you are amazing, truly amazing. And I am thankful beyond words. So at this time, I want to invite up another graduate of the Leadership Academy to say a few words. And I had a slide for you earlier, but she's hopping from event to event. Steph,
Absolutely. So my name is Nanette Schimpf. I am a vice president and partner at the Moore Agency. We're an integrated communications firm and we represent a whole bunch of really wonderful clients. And we have an all team engagement at a very cool brewery downtown. Y'all need to go. It's only been open for 4 weeks. As you across the street from the AC Marriott, there's that whole round thing. It's an old cistern. It's been there forever. Well, they opened a brewery, 2 ladies opened a brewery and it's very beautiful. But I have a whole team there. I have a mom in the hospital in Plantation. But I told Dr. Gabrielle, I'm like, this is such a game changer, a life changer event. So I wanted to be here. This was my passion this evening to lead that event, to not drive to Fort Lauderdale because my mom's in good hands. So I'm gonna like trust in that process. To tell you guys how proud of you I am. She said this is a special class and she is not kidding. As I sat here and listened to just the last couple of you, I'm like, oh my goodness, they are super special. You know, we can look at events, we can look at the FSU snubbing of the bowl and follow the money, right? And this is not that.
right.
Gabrielle is like a person who truly cares. She does the right thing. This is not about following money. This is about investing in yourselves and offering something that's really life-changing. And so that's where we are today. And that's why it was so important for me to come to congratulate each of you. I'm so proud of you. And if anybody is in the communications world or wants to talk about your resume or your brand, I'm happy to offer that service to sit down with you and just give you some time. I'm happy to do that. But I'm just so proud of you and I congratulate everyone who's here, past folks who have brought Talquin in the mix. You know, you guys, you like, this is a secret, a very wonderful hidden secret. And so I'm so grateful for everybody who supported her, Dr. Gabrielle, who has given of her time and her talents. This is an exceptional institution. And I'm very proud to congratulate each of you and offer anything that I can do to help you and assist you because you are each going amazing places. The adventure has just begun for each of you. So congratulations. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Right now, I would like everyone who is a graduate of the Leadership Academy to please stand up if you have graduated from the Leadership Academy, including the people in the front row here. Look at everybody in the room. Thank you for being here. Listen, the stories that everybody in this room could share about their lives. It's so powerful. I can't even begin to tell you, every single person in this room has a story. They matter. They're important to this world and they're out there doing amazing things. So thank you. And you are all part of them now. So let's congratulate all graduates. You may sit back down for just a moment while I wrap up, and thank you so much. So these are our graduates, and yes, I have your certificates. Don't let me look at your certificates for everybody. So, and please stick around for a group photo before we adjourn. But let me just tell you, it's TallahasseeLeadershipAcademy.com. Before the pandemic, we're already connecting with technology, right? Even the very first class we had technology. All ages are welcomed. Amber had to duck out, but yeah, that's her baby. Yes, and that was Barbara Ann there. We have small group practice where we get to do lots of cool things like negotiation, right?
Yes.
We share a lot of smiles together. You know, it's not an easy program. It challenges you. It gets you out of your comfort zone, but the smiles say it all. Yep, I love to cook, so I told Tracy, I even started sharing. vegan story about- I don't eat meat, but I will make meat for you. That's, it's love. I learned that from my dog, who used to be a big part of the program, and so he passed away. I learned that. I started making, I had to home cook, chicken and stuff for him, so. Anyway, we have amazing returning leaders in the program. Oh, yes, year one began 10 years ago, 10 years ago, that was our class, so. Yeah, year one, all right. A history of excellent leaders. You might see yourself in some of these pictures, okay? So these are years, I think these are some of the earlier years, maybe I can't remember. Anyway, you'll see yourselves. These are some of the more recent ones possibly. Yeah, this was the last year that Bodie was here. Anyway, here you are. Here's some more people. We used to, we were partnered initially with TCC, and they wanted me to have 50 people in the program, and I was like, nope. I don't want 50 people. I like it small. I want quality. And so I broke off from them, and here we are. So many great people in the program. We also used to have graduation at City Hall, and now we're in my beautiful Leadership Development Center, which I love. So yes, so many great people in the program who have graduated. So, all right, well, in year one, we did a summative evaluation, and we had a significant increase, 50%. This year is a little less formal with the evaluation, but before people rated themselves as a 4, probably because some underrated themselves, but now the average is 8.5 on a 1 to 10 scale of their leadership skills. So super happy about that. Everyone attributes their growth, at least in part, to being in the Leadership Academy. So what do leaders do? They challenge the process. They inspire others. They enable people to grow. They model the way for other people, and they encourage the heart. So for those of you who haven't yet been in the Leadership Academy, you can go to bit.ly Leadership Academy 2024, and there is a bonus as well. And that is, that is it for tonight. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the wonderful people who have graduated tonight and in the past. And thank you. Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can we pause for 45 seconds?
Yes, we can pause for 45 seconds.
Well, we talked about meditation and also because I'm just stalling.
Share these with you now. Bella. Stephanie.
I will present to you something on behalf of your class.
Happy. Thank you. There's a lot of paper. Oh, wow. It's fast enough. The portable massager? Massage.
Suggestion.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've heard from other athletes that's.
Oh, I've heard good things about that too. I'm just gonna leave that there. I've heard good things about that too, and I am definitely needing one right now because since the pandemic, I've not been able to go to my massage therapist, so I will definitely use it. So thank you all for being here. Please come over to the silver area over there. We're gonna do a group photo, okay? First, I'd like to get all the graduates past and present over there. Okay, past and present, all the graduates, please. And then I'm gonna get just the present. Thank you.
I'm so sorry. I love your dress so much. Oh, thank you.
I made a mess.
You get it?
Yes, I would love that. All right. All right. Okay. Everybody, Nanette. Everyone's come over here a little bit. Come on. No, nobody hide in the back row. Come on, just scoot out, scoot. Nanette.
Before we leave here, I'm coming.
Okay. Sheila, don't hide back there. Seriously, there's more room. I can't see you, Justin. No toilet bowl spots. Nope. Scoot out a little. I'm gonna setting it up first. All right, Michelle, you're hiding back there. Okay. All right, you can get it. Thank you. Make sure you can see the camera.
Absolutely, also cheese. But thank you, Dr. Gabrielle.
Here. Let's break up the green. Oh, yeah. It has a wide behind that. All right.
One, looking over here, 2, and 3. And one more. 1, 2, and 3.
Thank Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Bye,
Bye, Gabrielle.
Bye.
My mom.